Hey everybody, it's my new video. And in this one, I'm talking about my love for video games. My love for video games started when I was about 8 or 9 years old. And my dad brought in a Nintendo. My dad brought us a Nintendo. Ever since then, I never went a year without a video game system. Cause me and my cousin did voodoo. And that's what I asked for. To not go a year. To go a year without. I forgot what I was talking about. Like go a year without a video game system. Like I've had them all. Well, not all. I never had PS Vita. But I had 3DS. I had PS3, PS2, PS1, Nintendo 64. PS1, PS2, Xbox, Xbox 360, PS3, PSP, PSP, and my favorite, like right now, I have a PS4. I'm getting a new game tomorrow. Well, it's not new, Soul Calibur 4 for PS4. But my favorite game console, I got this at my local pawn shop, you know. I got my favorite console, the DS. This is my favorite. I cannot go a day without DS because it's my favorite. I had a 3DS, but I sold it. I sold it for like $40. But I always have them, you know. Always have them. And PSPs are pretty good too. Like I got a PS4 right now, watching some Hell in a Cell, watching Bailey, who is my favorite diva. Like she's my favorite wrestler. She's I never talk about her that much, but I'm a hugger. I'm one of Bailey's huggers. She's one of the best wrestlers. Anyway, getting back to my video game story, I had a GameCube, I had a Sega Saturn, I had them all, you know. I even had that cool machine that they sell it at the friggin' CD store, at the electronics store, man. A fucking game, handheld, that gives you friggin' 200 fucking games, man. Classic games. I bought that, man. I was so fucking curious, man. So I bought it. Best fucking handheld ever. This is my favorite handheld. But that handheld I had 300 games you can choose from. And they're all classic fucking games. They're all classic. They're all classic games. Right now I have PS4 with some pretty good games. I'm going to make this, I have my games. I'll show you all my games, my PS4 games. These are my PS4 games. I have. This is Destiny. I could do a game review too. I could do game reviews. Which ones I like, which ones I don't. But look what I got here, man. Fucking hidden gem. Here's a hidden gem. Did any of you know the Black Ops was on the DS? Cause all this time I didn't know. I didn't know they had Black Ops for DS. And my favorite thing is they still have Metroid. They brought Metroid back on the DS. I also have Call of Duty. World War II. I like playing online with this. Like, I like seeing how far I'll fucking go. Right there, man. Injustice 2. Injustice 2. This is my favorite game to play. I'm wearing Marvel. You know, Spider-Man, I'm wearing Marvel. But I love Injustice 2 because it lets me play all my favorite DC characters, you know. Go up against each other. And my ultimate match was Superman versus Aquaman. And I get to relive it on that machine every fucking time. It's like you're watching a movie. When your PS4 makes you feel like you're watching a fucking movie, even though you're playing. And this was given to me by staff that work here. This was given to me. WWE 18. I have it, man. WWE 18 right there. And I got my all-time favorite game. I just got this on the PS4. Like, Gran Turismo is like everything to me. Like, Gran Turismo is everything. And I got Need for Speed. I like a couple of the Need for Speed games, but I don't like this one very much. I don't. Need for Speed Rivals, you know. But my favorite, we all have our favorite game console. My favorite game console is GameCube. GameCube is the best console ever. GameCube had really good games, like TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game from the movie TMNT. I became master at that. I didn't become fully master. I couldn't get the last stage at the exact time length. After you do each level, if you do the levels again in the time frame they give you, if you beat the clock, they actually award you some more stages and some more things to do with Sensei. And Enter the Matrix. GameCube had Enter the Matrix. True Crime, Streets of LA. True Crime, Streets of New York. You know, they had Soul Calibur. I think that's where Soul Calibur started, was with the GameCube. That was the first game I ever played on GameCube, Soul Calibur. You know, I played Resident Evil 4 a couple times. And what else? I became pretty good at Black Ops San Andreas. I became pretty good at that. But that's for PS2. GameCube also had Day of Reckoning and Day of Reckoning 2. Those are WWE. They only made 2 for the system. For the GameCube, they only made Day of Reckoning and Day of Reckoning 2 for the GameCube. There were good wrestling games. I played a couple of them, but it was fucking hard. I couldn't even, like my favorite wrestling games to play on the GameCube my favorite game to play on GameCube is WrestleMania 20 and Legends of Wrestling. I played both of them on GameCube. I think either GameCube or Xbox. But if you're looking for a vintage GameCube, take my word for it, man. Get TMNT Ninja Turtles. That'll keep you busy for about 2 weeks. And True Crime, Streets of LA. That's one of my favorite games. because it's like Grand Theft Auto, except you're a police officer and you arrest people. I loved that game on the GameCube. I'm not really into Zelda. I never got into Zelda that much. Never got into Zelda, you know. But, you know, I played Zelda on my old Wii. The Wii is also very good. Like, I had the Wii Mini. You know, the red one with the black top? The Wii Mini? I had that, man. I had Link's crossbow training on the Wii. I had Link's crossbow training. That's the closest I came to playing fucking Zelda. I don't like Zelda. I know the guy's name is Link. I don't know anything about Zelda. I played Surf's Up. That's also a good game. It's based off the cartoon Surf's Up with the penguins, I think. The penguins, they're surfing. That's a good game to pick up. If you're willing to get yourself a GameCube, that's one way of doing it. I'm actually, like I said, right now I have a PS4, and my all-time favorite console, the DS, if I could find it. I'll show it to you guys. Right here. And in here, I'm playing Metroid. My new DS. This is my favorite handheld. Look, you want to see? You want to see fucking start? Okay. And if you're also looking for vintage gaming, like I said, you can get yourself a GameCube, which is my favorite. That's what I'm promoting. And my favorite handheld. This only cost me $50. This only cost me $50 at a pawn shop. Best pawn shop in town. But the guy has fucking scratch CDs, man. The guy has scratch CDs. Anyway, I'm only going to be buying DS games off the guy, right? But he's still my best friend. Anyway, this is it starting, see? Nintendo DS. I got Metroid in here, man. Metroid is awesome. Metroid is like the best friggin' game. You know? I should get Metroid on friggin' GameCube. I'm gonna do that. Get fucking GameCube. Get Metroid. Metroid is also a great game to play. There's many Metroids. Metroid is the best consoles ever started on the GameCube. Anyway, that's my video game review video, and just like I said, GameCube is my all-time favorite because it had really, really good games. It had very good games. True Crime Streets of LA, the first one was the best. The second one wasn't. And friggin' WrestleMania 20. Fuck, I got that game when it first came out when I was 20. I was like 19 when that game came out. My mom bought it for me, like $80 game at the time. That was my first real cool gaming fucking getting into, you know? WrestleMania 20 gives you how fucking 100 of them to pick, man. WrestleMania 20 gives you 100 wrestlers to pick. Best wrestling game ever. You know? Anyway, my favorite console is the GameCube. And if you're looking for something vintage, get yourself a GameCube. I recommend Legends of Wrestling. That's a good, solid game for the GameCube. Thank you so much, and see you video game people wherever you're at.